I'm Lucas Verra. I'm the co-founder. Oh, I need to click. There you go. I'm the co-founder of Poap Studio. Poap Studio is a leading agency, official agency that builds premium experience for brands on top of Poap the protocol. So I will be short and sweet, hopefully. First of all, let's start. Who here is a Poap collector? Nice, many raising hands. Okay, so the difference between what you might know about POAP, I mean, this is the part that we all know. POAP is for engaging moment, right? As a community, you can use, as a community creator, you can use POAPs to engage with your community. In this case, we say some examples like online stores, like product placement, product launches, educational, internal, drops like Condé Nast, and so, check-in in store. So as you can know, POAP can be a tool to be used for any moment of a brand, right? To build a story. It's not only for the champagne that we'll have tonight, but it's also about any moment that is meaningful for you as a community or as a brand. And so POAP can take many forms. What I want to say here is that POAP has been already tested, right? Everybody here knows POAP, everyone uses POAP, collects POAP, and Vitalik says that POAP is great because, well, it's one of the few non-financial application of the blockchain, right? There is no floor price, no ether, no gas fees. It's all about collecting moments and engaging in precious moment, right? So what is also important here is that media and brands are understanding this, and that's why they're starting to understand that POAP is like a status symbol, because whenever you've been in some moment, you can prove it, not with a picture that maybe ChatGPT can do also, but you can prove it with a POAP, and when you accumulate POAPs and you accumulate moments with that brand, now you are a true believer, you're a true part of the community, and that's what the media and the protocol and us are pushing since now 4 years. Yeah, POAPs exist now since 4 years. The new paradigm is about making moments also a part of information, right? Public information on the blockchain. So before you had the name, email, phone as information on your CRM, but the bridge is about moments. It could be on the Twitter Spaces. It could be buying in the box of a new product. It could be in a conference. It could be in a maybe today when you're seeing someone talking in front of everybody. It could be many things, but with the wallets, you can start exploring where the people have been, whether they're interested, if they have been in sports or in music. Like we said before, DJ Agoria was dropping some POAP last year. Many of the creators can use POAPs in order to create engagement with their community. And that's what we see. Then we start dropping many POAPs. You can see start people, how they engage with you. So us, the studio, we work with brands, we provide services to brand in order to have those 4 pillars of reflection, of action. Some at first like think, what's your plan, what's your roadmap, see what you have planned or what we can modify. Engage is actually doing the POAP drop and having it branded or executed on a level that works with you and your event or your community and your restriction. Then, of course, what I just said, identifying who is the best collector, who is the most engaged person, who is the one that is going to the football stadium whenever it's still raining and the team is also losing, but you can prove that you've been there, and that's identification of your best assets in the community. And then, of course, the utility or the rewarding system where maybe the accumulation of distinct type of POAPs or distinct quantity of POAPs can give you a benefit, an invitation to a backstage maybe, or a future drop, or a discount for a next event, whatever you as a community or brand can establish. And we, the Poap Studio, we develop with the brand use cases that we'll show now, but that leverage all of those aspects. So the vision that we have and that we're building is building a brand passport, meaning that as a brand, you would engage with your collectors on many meaningful ways, collecting a part of the story, right? Or many part of the story, and based, as I said before, right? Based on the combination of event types or event quantity, you would get unlocked benefits, and that's what we're going for. So now I want to go with concrete use cases because we've been working a lot last year with precious and good and beautiful brands, and I will explain some of the use cases. It's for you to project yourself and understand what is possible whenever you have such a simple UX that has been winning the hearts of everybody, at least most of the half of this room, and maybe more at the end of these slides. So, with Christian Louboutin at Fashion Show, we've dropped 3 distinct pop-ups on the same night. One was for an online, the online streaming. Another one was for the shows in the afternoon, and another one was the reddish one was for the one where Christian was actually in the fashion walk, in the fashion show at La Tour Eiffel. He was right there. That's pretty nice. So in one night, they had made distinct pop for distinct moment for distinct parts of the community. With Warner Music and Kevin Gates at a stadium, we made an experience that might be very similar to something that might happen in a couple of minutes, but basically dropping a pop-up to seize the moment, capturing the moment, instead of keeping the ticket on the famous shoebox, right? You would get the pop-up preserved forever on the blockchain, and maybe later on, maybe years from now, maybe Kevin Gates can give utility to that pop-up, or maybe another artist, up-and-coming artist, giving benefits to Kevin Gates' pop-up, saying maybe he wants to engage with Kevin Gates' community. It is possible, the composability of the blockchain, correct? That's an internal use case for a buyer in Berlin where they want to give a pop-up to anyone that goes to the lab. And so I don't know if you can see it, but on the nose of the bear, there's an NFC tag like the one that Jimon Nippon puts on the shirts. And it's the physical proof that you've been there, that show that you've been invited and that you are participating and collaborating into this mindset of exploration in Bayer Pharma. And then another one also for internal, we do a lot of internal training. It's acculturation, right? There's many brands that says, this thing is cool, we want to make something, but we're not ready, right? Our clients are not ready, our customers are not ready, the store is not ready, but we know we have to start with something. And many brands are calling us in order to have a internal execution where executive and interns and all the layers of the organization can play with this fun technology that is easy, that doesn't require a wallet. You can start with an email. That's super interesting. And for whomever of you today that do not know your wallet, think of your email because you might have a surprise. But what I want to say to you is that Poap is one of the simplest mechanism to engage, and that's why brands and executive wanted to put it internally in order to foster ideas, in order to think, in order to propose, and then work on a more concise roadmap. I think that was the last one, and yes, there is a surprise. So normally, hopefully we tested a couple of minutes ago, everything will work, but basically you are collecting this moment. This POAP that I'm giving you is the proof that you've been here today in this conference in front of the Tour Eiffel, and who knows, maybe myself, maybe any of you, maybe the conference will be handing a utility because you can prove that you've been here, and well, know that as soon as I get down this scenario, the QR code won't work anymore. So don't share to the WhatsApp to your friends in Malaysia, because even if I love Malaysians, it won't work in a couple of minutes. The idea is, again, proof that this is the simplest technology, that you can put even your email. If you don't have your wallet here, you will receive an email in order to mint it at home. But this is what makes POAP moments and engaging moments for the community, for internal community, super easy to understand, to capture moment, and to engage one another. Please, thank you very much. Connect and collect.